Everything I love, all we love is this life. But I love, but I'm like, yeah.
And you already know you locked in with your guy DJ J-So for another episode of the Mike XM. This is the Amplify the Culture DJ, and you already know what we doing. We amplify the culture. And today, we got another special guest, man. We got a Philadelphia artist, Diamond Blacc. What's up, fam?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, fam. How you feeling?
Great.
All right, so we gonna get into this already, man. How did we come up with the name Diamond Blacc?
Okay. So the name Diamond Blacc, it's a two-part. Diamonds, obviously being diamonds that are formed under pressure. So it's like the storms, the heat, the fire of life that sort of builds you. And then Blacc, obviously, because of the color of my skin. And the two C's, it stands for inclusion. You know how when you CC in the email?
Right.
It's the CC for inclusion. So I just put those two together.
I think that's dope. Hold on. So let's digress for a little bit.
Gotcha.
So tell us a little bit about that, about why you wanted to have CC or inclusion as a part of your name.
Yeah, for sure. My goal as an artist is to make music for everybody. So I like to have at least one song that kind of can relate to people because I stand for inclusion. And so, you know, when you send an email and you CC and you include somebody,
facts.
That's how the Blacc came about.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. See, you got to get creative as an artist, especially when you come up with your name. You want it to be something creative. So when someone say, wait, why'd you come up with that name? You want it to be something that someone will remember. And honestly, that's something I'm probably going to remember now.
I appreciate it, man.
Two C's because it's for inclusion. I fuck with that.
Two C's.
So starting out, you had dropped your EP in which year?
2021.
2021. And what was the name of that EP?
It's called Shannon's Son.
Okay. All right. So tell us what was the directive or the thought process behind the development of that EP?
Okay, yeah, for sure. So this EP was basically my first jump into music at all. So I didn't really have too much guidance. I didn't have too much experience. It was definitely a very raw project, but I wanted it to be something that was raw and that was authentic and that really expressed and articulated who I was at the time.
Right.
And so Shannon's Son was born.
So this is my big question to you on that note. So you do speak about an array of topics in your music, right? Mm-hmm. So, and this is the interesting thing is some of your songs kind of cross that boundary of, is he elevating right now or is he entertaining? So like this is, and this is divine line. I think a lot of people, especially in this day and age, I don't know if you've seen with D1's challenge to the rap industry as far as higher lyrical content, or even Phase One just saying blatantly, oh, y'all just need to stop in general because y'all never gonna get it. How do you feel personally about other artists? Because we're gonna get into you and your music, but how did you feel about other artists kind of swaying that line, being on kind of both sides of the fence?
I'm all for it. I think a lot of times as artists and really just people in general, we are so quick to put other people in a box or in one dimension to sort of describe people, maybe to understand them. Obviously want to be elevated and we want to speak of meaningfulness, in music. It's also good to be entertained because it's entertaining.
That's a
fact. And so, I think when you can, cross both of those lines, it's all good.
I think is also too, for me, I think with some fans, not all, right? Because some fans probably feel exactly how you do, where it's like, I like to be entertained and I kind of like to think a little bit, right? But some fans feel like there needs to be some type of dividing line, right? So if I'm the person who likes the J. Cole kind of rap, I like conscious rap, I like the ones that's gonna make me think every time. I want to listen. That's who I want to listen to. They're like, I don't like those artists who are bridging gap because it's like, are you with us? Are you not? You know what I mean? Right. And then let's take this out of the music and go into something that's everyday food, right? Everyone loves food, right?
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people are going towards being vegan or being pescatarian, right? But then when you see that person that's pushing for that goal, maybe they pick up a chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you catch them eating some nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, I thought you was pescatarian. So question, are they no longer pescatarian because they ate a nugget? Or are they no longer on the journey of being vegan because they happen to have a chicken salad today?
I think it's all part of the journey. I think anything in life, if you're shooting for a goal or a desire and so forth, failure is always a part of it. Right. It really is a part of your journey. So let's say if I wanted to quit, if I wasn't drinking anymore and maybe I had gone a year and then I had a drink It doesn't mean,
You said failure though. Is that failure?
No, I don't think it's failure at all. But it's going on the type of situation where you were saying if somebody ate a chicken sandwich,
right,
and they was a pescatarian, and they're not a pescatarian. You know what I mean?
Wait, but are they?
I think so. I mean, because you know why? It's the same thing with music. We are so quick to put somebody in a box.
Right.
So if they do anything that goes outside of that box in our mind, we're not winning anymore. Especially as artists, we receive that, we feel that, we know that. So it can definitely make you feel isolated in the sense of
I think that's the part of the artistry that gets complicated to bring it back into the music. And that's why I use that comparison, because no, most people would say no, it doesn't necessarily make them non-pescatarian because they had one chicken sandwich. Everyone has a cheat day. It's like a person that goes to the gym maybe every week, they faithfully.
Yep.
Maybe this week they tired. They had all of it. The kids had special events and all of this stuff, and they just couldn't make it. So are they now no longer a gym body or a gym person, or a fit person because they chose to skip the gym this week? You know what I'm saying? So I think what we don't do in music is we don't allow for space to grow and space to change.
Absolutely.
Right. And I think that the dividing line of that is in the specific song. So I think strategically as artists, if you're going to do that, don't do it on the same song, because that's where it gets complicated. That's where it gets messy.
No, I know what you mean.
Now, if you take a project per se, now you say, for this particular project, right, I'm gonna do all, love and relationship trial songs. That makes sense. But then when you go to do your next album, you say, oh, I'm gonna do all party go out songs. That makes sense. But now you're on the same album, and you got I'm Lit in the first track, you got I'm Sad on track 5, and you got I'm Party, I'm Smashing on track 8, and then you got I'm Trying to Make $1 on track 10. It's too much. And that's why those listeners are saying like, or trying to put you guys in a box, because you haven't directed us that this is for this particular project or for this particular album. And picture this. You go into a department store and you're like, hey, I'm looking for where all of the polos are at. And they like, nigga, there's t-shirts everywhere. Yeah. Find it, get it. Would you feel like that was good service?
No, definitely not.
Exactly. So artists, mind you, that's what you're doing. When you lining up your products, you got to put the polo shirts with the polo shirts. You got to put the shorts with the shorts, the jeans with the jeans. Don't give me a mixtape with jeans, shirts, tees, hats, all of it. Like, I don't want the whole fit. What if I don't want the whole fit?
So to pick up on what you said, even it's very reflective for me, because during my first, EP that dropped in 2021, that really is what I did. You know what I mean? Because
that's why we addressing.
Yeah, no,
I'm addressing this.
It's all good. It's all good. I was like, I think with anything, when you're doing something new, I just got to jump in because you don't know what you're doing. You have no experience. You have really nobody to rely on. You don't really have any resources, but you got something in your heart and you got a dream, and it's like, oh shit, I better just put this out. I better make an effort and, learn from it the next time. Hey
man, shout out to him because he did it, man. That's what's important. That's what's important, man. Just doing it and getting it done. And you did that. So while we on the subject of this music, man, we got a couple singles he sent me through, and there's a specific reasons why I want to hit these tracks. So it's 4 tracks I want to talk about today. We got the first one we're going to talk about today is Rolling. So Rolling. Mm-hmm. The first thing in Rolling, the track Rolling, Diamond Blacc said, hottest in the city, king of my city. You know what I'm saying? Now, these are taken out of context. I want y'all to know that. Now, this, because I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. He said, hottest in Philly, king of my city. You know what I'm saying? So tell us how you was feeling when you made that track.
Yeah, for sure. Well, when I made the track, I'm not even gonna lie, that was my first time ever freestyling.
Right.
That was my first time ever on a mic. I never had no experience in what came out, but I mean, I meant everything I said, and I definitely stand by that. But I think it's people, because people have asked me about that. Oh, you think you the shit? You the hottest in Philly and so forth.
Oh God.
And so when I say my city, I was like, it's actually bigger than just the region of Philadelphia. It's my mind, it's my body, it's my soul. It's me taking ownership of myself, my kingdom, my
Oh, God.
kingship.
I like how you spent that. Yo.
Yeah,
I
so
like,
like,
I
you
like
know, a lot of people like, oh, it's bigger than the city. And really, when I, said it, and when I, obviously still meant it, but it was more of self in my
Right.
world.
Now, I also want to say, now this one I want to ask, because this a little bit of a personal question, right? You said Puerto Ricans call me Poppy, right? Now I know you go to Poppy store, yeah, pop, what's got pop, right? Now, for you, right? Does it not feel if Pop said, "Yo, what up, my nigga?" You wouldn't feel no type of way?
No, I would. I would for sure. But it's a completely different context.
Do you think so?
I definitely do. And I think even with, like using the N-word and so forth like that, what people forget, I was like, it's the context behind it. Right. And it's what the people who, are labeled that went through. You know what I mean? We changed that word from ER to AH as a term of endearment amongst each other. You know what I mean? So I definitely think it's a difference. I think it's a huge difference. But with everything, I think intention too. You know what I'm saying? Because some people
ideally there is no difference. Ideally, if I'm not a Pop and I come in a Poppy store, yo, what's up, Pop? It's derogatory, flat out. If I give you another one. If I go into a handicap bar, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I yo, what's up, broken people? Like, it's derogatory. You know what I'm saying? What's up, handicaps? It's derogatory. Is that what they are? Yes, but it's derogatory. And like you said, it's gonna come with the intention. So if Pop be like, yo, what's up, my nigga? That ain't derogatory. It is derogatory, but like you said, intention based. We good. Pop ain't mean no harm by that. And that's why I wanted to ask a personal question, because like, as we say things in music and artists, y'all will get caught up very fast like this, right? You'll say something in your song. You do an interview. Be like, no, I feel like this. But it's like, well, you said this in your song. No. You know what I'm saying? So you could never take it personal from a Poppy being like, what's up, my nigga? You said it to the world. The whole world know the Puerto Ricans call me Poppy. The whole world know that now.
But if that's what I was called, that's the truth.
Yeah,
I wasn't lying. And then I'll ask you the same, just to play devil's advocate, using N-word and so forth. When we as black men use it with each other, you know what I mean? It could be used as, just a simple greeting, or it could be in beef. You know what I mean? I was like, I think it's all the intention behind this. And so, I definitely want to speak my truth. I don't, retract anything, because that is what they call me. It's not me saying I'm calling them that. That's what they call me. So it's always, even in little stuff like that, like when I write and when I say stuff, I always, even if it might not be understood or received by the audience, I know that the intention is good, because that's where I came from. And like you said, intention and interpretation is open. So anybody could take it anyway.
I want y'all to know I'm picking on him right now. I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that. Because ideally, bro, one, I don't get to do this enough. That's the first thing. Number two is, these are things that, one, is always going to help you in your career. Anytime somebody critique or ask about something, it's always something that can elevate you in your career. Never destroy you. Absolutely. So we gonna keep it rolling though. So the second song we got on this list, we got Poppin', right? Now this is what I wanted to say about Poppin'. We dropped this song in 2021. So for y'all, if y'all haven't heard the song Poppin', make sure y'all go tune in. I want to say I like the beat on that one. I definitely liked the beat. I think the production on that was very high quality there.
Thank you.
Who produced that beat, by the way?
Oh, what's his name?
Damn, you can't be forgetting your producers, man. God damn. Oh, man. Shout out to the producer.
Shout out to the producer. It's going to come to me, but on the spot, I was like, it's like.
All right, but I really liked it that this one we got another little derogatory, right? Where we said, we signing bitches' titties. Now, mind you, this is something that go back since the dawn of rap music. I want y'all to know this. Like, that this is just something rappers say. I sign a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So for you, how do you feel about rappers using this term, and what made you decide to take this, popular term and add that to your lyrics?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. First rapper I ever really heard of signing, titties was honestly Nicki. I'm a big Nicki
Right.
fan. I remember like 08, 09, people running up like, oh,
Right,
signing,
the
so
itty bitty,
forth.
the itty bitty
so
song.
it's just
Yeah.
the signing, like I was like the signing titties is just something I, kind of took from that and sort of ran with it. But just to make it clear, I'm not holier than thou. I'm a regular human being. So I have all kinds of different emotions. I have all different kinds of experiences.
Facts,
I'm
facts.
even wrong sometimes. You know what I mean? I was
Oh,
like,
God.
but I'm super grateful for opportunities like this where people can call me out. Rarely, a lot of times as artists, we mostly put out music.
Oh, God.
Maybe we receive it and like maybe, somebody be like, I like it, I don't like it, or, you get your streams or whatnot. But I don't really ever get to ask or get asked thought-provoking questions. So that's what I'm really
Hey man, y'all already know
appreciative.
y'all tapped in with the Amplify the Culture DJ, man. Y'all heard what he said. He don't get asked thought-provoking questions. So I provoke them thoughts, man. So I'm gonna make you think. You know what I'm saying? We got popping, man. So if y'all want to know what I'm talking about as far as the popping song, y'all might want to go check it out. That's the only way y'all gonna know what we talking about if you hear it. And then we got Demons. Now Demons is special. And I'm gonna say why Demons is special, because Demons wasn't just a song to me. Demons seemed like a bit of a movement that you kind of you could have had going on. Because I'm gonna say, like, in what year did you drop Demons?
22.
22.
Uh-huh.
See, and I want to say you didn't put enough effort in the Demons. I know that for a fact. He ain't do his due diligence on Demons, y'all. And this is why I say that, because number one, it looked as if you put a nice budget behind the video, because it was very cinematic. That's the first thing. And whenever you do something like that, you want to get those visuals everywhere. You want to have that published in magazines. You want to have that published in blogs, wherever you can possibly get something like that published to. You want that there. And let me tell you why. Because it wasn't about the song. It was about the movement behind the song. Even in the beginning, where you have those few short stories. So there's a few short stories in the beginning of the video that explains what demons could be, like how demons actually, or what people call, what we've referred to as demons, and how that takes place in our reality. And the only way you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about is if you go tap in. So make sure y'all go tap in with Demons, man.
Sure.
Yeah, so I thought that was very special, and I think you should have put so much more effort, promotion, and energy behind that track. So tell me, and for the audience, what was the thought process behind that? And why do you feel it didn't get the energy that I feel it deserved?
Yeah, for sure. Demons, honestly, it's thus far, I would say, the story of my life.
Right.
My struggles, and it was a lot of them. We all had problems, but Demons was just the what's the word? Just the culmination of all the pain that I had been through in my life, all the unresolved issues, all the issues that I was trying to resolve, all of those things that would keep me up late at night.
Right.
All of those things that just gave me grief and internalized pressure and fear and so forth. And so that was really just the culmination of that.
With so much behind it, so much the production wise and video wise, so audio production and video production wise, it was so much put into it that way.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that same energy put into the marketing, the promotion, the acknowledgement of such a good song? Because here's the thing. I don't agree with everything you said in the song. I'm gonna say that. And then I want y'all to understand this. People don't have to agree with everything they hear in order to like it. I don't agree with it, but I still like it. I like it for the piece of art that it is. It is artwork. And that's why I said you should have pushed it more.
I can appreciate that. And I definitely, even just as note to self, like I will definitely still continue to push that more. That was honestly, that project, I think it released all of the demons in my life. I didn't make another song for a year and a half. I didn't make another song
because
in a
it
year
was
and
a
a half.
story.
It was a
that
story.
whole year you was
But
supposed.
it was art.
You know
And
what I'm saying? So make sure y'all stay tapped in, man. And lastly, we got Remedy. Now Remedy is another special one because Remedy is like your most popular song right now. And when did we drop Remedy last year?
I dropped Remedy in October of 23.
Okay, you're right,
Yeah,
right.
So it's been some months. Yep.
So we dropped that last year. It's doing pretty well. We got over 20K views. We got over 1,000 likes on it. It's doing pretty well. It's literally your most popular track. And he recently performed this song at the Fire along with the first song Rolling that we talked about. So tell us, how was that Fire performance?
Oh man, it was incredible. I'm just so grateful just to have the opportunity to showcase what I work on, showcase what I'm passionate about for my loved ones and for new audiences. It was a grateful experience. Shout out to the Fire, Bridging the Music, Mini Fest. I'm very grateful for that experience.
Fact. So how did you get tapped in with that performance?
I randomly was sitting at work on my desk. I got an email about something. I didn't even really trust what it was at first because I'm just very cautious with everything. I always think like, oh, what's this? But after looking into it and so forth, realizing what it was and that it was all over the world and so forth, and that I had the opportunity to slide in there, so I took it.
And it seemed like it turned out well. If y'all want to catch that footage, y'all can follow Diamond Blacc on YouTube. You'll be able to get that footage of him at the Fire. So how do you feel like people received you during that performance? Do you feel like they reacted to the music well? Do you feel like they reacted bad? Did you get people to come up to you after? Like, how do you feel like they received it?
I think overall it was great reception. One thing, it's obviously to have the people there that support you. Shout out to everybody that was there to supporting me. But and performing in new places and new venues, you also are exposed to this new audience of people that you never saw before.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then you get on stage in front of all these people that you never really saw before or never knew, and they have no idea. They've never seen you before. They don't know who you are. They don't know. So it's while it's pressure, it's also a lot of fun to me because I felt like one thing about making music for me is allowed me to not give a fuck what anybody else thinks because everybody has an opinion. And if we, you know what I mean? I was like, I spent so much of my life maybe worrying about the opinions of other people or treated badly or not accepted or so forth. So I'm used to it already. So doing music, this was just, it feels good to me. I was like, it fills my heart and it's something I feel like I got to do. So I'm going to do it, regardless if people like it or not. But being able to, actually have some decent reception and really good reception from people, just even them dancing, nodding, giving props and so forth at the show. And I'm big on interaction. Yeah. So I think a lot of times you could perform great songs, but if nobody knows you or, nobody can connect to it, it might not connect that much. But if you on stage and maybe even you just point to somebody, maybe you even just glance, maybe even call somebody on the crowd, I was like, it brings a sort of effervescence and energy that really is just undeniable because when you call somebody out, you, what's up? They can't really.
You pointing at them.
Yeah, so you might be like, yo, I went to a bull show. Somebody named Diamond Blacc. I ain't never heard of him. A buddy called me out on stage, and then I ended up checking him out, and his music was great. So I think it was just a great opportunity to really just interact with people. I'm definitely a people person, and I don't know why, but I do like foreign sort of experiences, meeting new people, doing new things, and so forth. So being able to do that was top tier.
That's lit, bro. I'm glad you actually enjoyed the performance. And again, like I said, people did seem to receive at least from the footage, they seemed to receive the music well. Yeah. What I did notice, you got winded, boy.
Yes, I did.
That boy got winded up there. Yeah. So was that the first first live performance, or was it just the pressure?
No, I've only done a few live performances as an artist, because I do every single thing myself. From everything that comes out of my head is just a thought to the production, I do everything. So I don't have, and then the things that I do get help with, I'm going for the help. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nobody has ever come to me like, oh, I want to do this for you. I want to help you with this, or I think you should do this, or even an opportunity like this with just genuine good constructive criticism from somebody I never met in before. So I've never really gotten that opportunity. So as new as this is for me, I was like, I feel much more enlightened because now I could take so much of this away and go back to it. But back what you're saying on the on the Breathless, yes, I was. So when I got there, boom, was rushed straight up on stage, and I had to just go and shit.
So you was late.
I wasn't.
You was late.
No, I wasn't late.
Y'all heard him. He said I got there and I had to rush right on stage. Who y'all know that book of artists at the same time the show start? Because it didn't start at that time.
I was a half hour early. I was a half hour early. And so I was there, listen, everybody, y'all know, whoever was there, I was a half hour early. But when you get there, you start to mix and mingle with people. You start to kind of get to, where do I go? Where is this? What's that? And then it really was time. No excuses or whatnot. It's definitely something I got to work on. But yeah, I got tired. I was like, I forgot to drink my water and so forth. So towards the end, like, it just, let me know, like, okay, to still keep going. You know what I mean? Because on the inside, I wanted to fucking just go to the bathroom, chug a bottle of water. But it really taught me to keep it up, to keep the energy up, and to just let me know. I was like, I don't give a fuck if I lose my voice. I'm gonna just have to lip sync that
Get
bitch
it
on
done.
stage because I got to get the performance done. So, you know, it was definitely, while it was a good experience, it was a good learning experience. So now I can, you know, take certain things and get better.
And I want to say, take this, learn from each other. The best thing y'all can do as artists is to learn from each other. Practice. Nate, if you know you only perform 3 times, when you know you got a big showcase like the Fire coming up, hey, practice. Go in your living room, turn that Bluetooth speaker on, get your hair brushed and practice. So you know what part to rap and how many breaths before you get winded. You know, knowledge is key, man. If the more you know, the more you grow, baby. Diamond Blacc, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. Listen, let everybody know where they can follow you at on all platforms, whether it be where they can find the music, where they can find you at socially. Just go off, bro.
Yeah, for sure. So my YouTube is Diamond Blacc, Blacc with 2 C's. Don't forget about me. I'm on IG at Diamond Blacc1. And for all things related to Diamond Blacc, you can check out my website, www.diamondblacc1.com.
Hey, man, y'all already know. Y'all heard it here first. You are tapped in with the Amplify the Culture DJ J-So, man. This was another episode of the Mic XM. Peace out.
Damn, DJ J-So.